If you are a native English speaker, you should be happy that you don't have to learn English. You just know it. It's like Neo from The Matrix. He didn't have to learn Kung Fu. He was just BAM and I know Kung Fu. So English is just like a superpower. You just have it, and you are lucky to have it, because English is a hard language to learn. And today I'm gonna tell you about the reasons why English is so hard to learn. First of all, there is not just one English, there are at least two Englishes. British English and American English, not to mention other English-speaking countries such as Australia, Canada, South Africa, Texas. Well, I know Texas is not a country, but English in Texas sounds like it's from another country. When I went to school, I studied British English. I lived in a flat, I ate biscuits, I loved watching films, but then when I grew up, I started learning American English. So I lived in an apartment, I ate cookies, and I loved watching movies. The vocabulary between the two languages is sometimes quite different, and I always confuse which one is which. When to say biscuits, when to say cookies, when to say flat, when to say apartment, when to say gray, when to say gray. When I'm speaking with an American person, I might randomly sometimes use British words which people don't really like, and it looks like they might be a little cross with me because of that. And when I'm speaking with British people, I might use some Americanism, which they are not happy about either. And those differences, they are tiny, but they are numerous and quite irritating. Pesky little buggers. Accents. There are not just different words, there are different accents. In Russia, we also have accents and dialects, but not like in English-speaking countries. In Russia, people in Moscow, in St. Petersburg, in Novosibirsk, in Vladivostok, in Yuzhno-Sakhalinsk, they speak, well, about the same language. We understand each other very well. The difference, if there is any, then the difference is very slight. But English is quite different. People in California and people in Texas speak like they are from different countries. People from the United States and people from England speak like they are from different planets. And people from England and people from Scotland speak like they are from different historical periods. I'm trying to go with an American accent. I'm not sure whether I'm doing it well or not. I love British English, but I'm not trying to speak British because it would sound really terrible and fake. And when I'm speaking with my regular Russian accent, a lot of people say that it sounds quite cool, but at the same time they look a little bit intimidated. I have no idea why. Confusing words. There are so many confusing words. For example, there is an expression, I am down for it. It means I agree, yay, let's go do this, and so on. And there is an expression, I'm up for it, which is supposed to mean the opposite thing, because up and down they're literally opposite. But it means I agree, yay, let's go do this. It means the same thing. Some words are confusing for me because of my accent, because they are hard to pronounce. For example, the other day I was speaking with a friend of mine and I was talking about a movie. I said that in that movie there are two characters, brother and sister. At first they have a bad relationship, they don't get along, but then they start spending more time together, they develop a better relationship and they bond. And my friend said, excuse me, what did they do? I said, they boned. My friend said, this is terrible, so weird, they are brother and sister, why did they have sex? And I was like, why sex? No sex, there was no sex. I said, they boned, like Bond, they boned like, my name is Bond, James Bond. And my friend said, oh, so they bond, they are bonding, they are developing a better relationship, like bond. It turned out that in English there are two different but very similar for me words. Bond, which means to develop a better relationship, and bond, which means when you've already kind of developed a good relationship with someone. But the most confusing words are of course slang. For example, let's take the word shit. The meaning of the word shit depends on which animal you are connecting this word to. If it's a bull, then bullshit means like. For example, no more bullshit means no more lies. If it's a horse, it means, well, a similar thing, but horse shit is bigger than bullshit. And you use that word when you are angry. For example, this is a lie. It just means this is not true. The facts that you are presenting to us are false. This is some bullshit. It means you're lying to me. How dare you? This is horse shit. It means this is totally not true and I'm so mad about it. Another interesting shit word is ape shit. It means really angry, really mad. Well, dear English speakers, do you really believe that apes are so angry animals? I think that they're angry only when you're doing some shit around them. But the funniest shit word is of course bad shit. It means crazy, like batshit crazy. I mean, bats, why are they supposed to be crazy? They're small, they might be scary, well, they are blind, I don't know, but craziness is not the first association which comes to my mind when I think of bats. And it was even before coronavirus, so it doesn't have anything to do with it. Probably it has something to do with Batman, but again, Batman is not crazy. It should be Joker, it should be Joker shit, it should be Harley Quinn shit, the Calendar Man shit, but not bad shit. And of course there is the English grammar. A lot of people would say that the most difficult part is tenses. Is tenses, are tenses, so tenses are quite hard. But in my opinion it's not tenses, it's articles that is the biggest pain in the ass. In Russian we don't have articles, and because of that, for us Russian speakers it's hard to comprehend the idea of articles. For example, in English I can say yesterday I met a girl, which basically means that yesterday I met some just random girl. But on the other hand, I can say yesterday I met the girl, which means yesterday I met someone really special, probably like the love of my life. And if I'm speaking with my wife and I'm saying yesterday I met a girl, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but if I say yesterday I met the girl, she would be like... But in Russian we don't use articles at all, we just say yesterday I met girl, and we let the other person think whether it's someone important or not. So this is why you are lucky you have that superpower and you don't have to learn English. English is a beautiful, wonderful language, but it's crazily, batshit crazily difficult.